talked about that march on Washington when we saw Dr. King. We was in Washington. They didn't want us back in those days to participate in anything that was going on. They had Constitution Avenue is the big street. They would have parades and dignitaries would come to town. They would have a parade and we'd welcome the dignitaries. And all the federal employees, I was a federal employee, we got time off to go and welcome the guests. And they had this viewing stand on each side of Constitution Avenue. But the white people, somehow they sold the tickets to each other and we never got to, when we tried to go and get a ticket to sit in the viewing stand, they would all be sold. Well, we got smart when they had the March on Washington. We're gonna get some tickets. I had a meeting at my house with 30 people way before the march. I said, I'm gonna buy 30 tickets. We're gonna come here, we're gonna assemble at my house. The morning of the parade, we call it a parade. It's the morning of the parade, and we're gonna have breakfast. And at the time, I drove a taxi part-time, and I said, I'm gonna have 6 cabs here to take us down to Constitution Avenue. And we're gonna sit in the stand. And that's what we did. We got there early. We got in the stand right down front, sitting in 3 rows. There's 3 rows. And when they came down Constitution Avenue, you could hear some drums. These drums just beating. And, you know, the Bloods, man, that's where we are. But we had said to each other, we were not going to be disruptive. We were going to be on our best behavior. And we just wanted to assert ourselves by sitting in these seats that they had taken in the past. We never were able to sit. So everybody agreed, and the day came, and we went. We got there, and we were sitting there, and we hear this band. It wasn't really a band, just drums. And these drums were rolling, and they were beating. And we see this big banner across Constitution Avenue. It's raised high, and it said, Jim Crow is dead. Man, I got so excited. I said, and there was a casket. They're rolling the casket behind the drums. I said, Jim Crow has to be in that casket. And everybody got excited, but we didn't do anything. We just looking and we're waiting. And then right behind the casket was Dr. King, and he was flanked with, and he was always flanked with about 15 men. And Mrs. King was right beside him, and they're walking right behind the casket. But when they got right in front of where we were sitting, simultaneously, uncontrollably, we all went out of the stand at the same time and right in front of the line where Dr. King was. And it stopped the parade, of course. And everyone on that line shook hands with each one of us. And that's the first time I ever shook his hand. And after we got to the other end of the line, we realized what we had done. We all turned around and ran back and sat in our seats, and we were all right